Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio, was a beacon of humility and compassion. He led the Catholic Church from 2013 until his passing in 2025. His papacy was marked by a profound commitment to the poor, the marginalized, and the forgotten. Francis, the first Jesuit pope, embodied the values of simplicity and service. He chose to reside in the modest Domus Sancti Marthae guest house rather than the apostolic palace. His simple attire and demeanor reflected his belief in the equality of all people. Francis's papacy was a breath of fresh air for many. He emphasized a personal relationship with God. He encouraged dialogue and understanding between different faiths. His warm smile and embrace transcended cultural and religious boundaries. He reminded the world that the Church's mission was to serve, not to judge. Francis's humility was not a sign of weakness. He was a strong and decisive leader. He tackled difficult issues head-on. He challenged the Church's hierarchy to embrace reform. He called for a more just and equitable world. His legacy is one of humility, compassion, and unwavering faith. He left an indelible mark on the Catholic Church and the world. His teachings continue to inspire millions to embrace a life of love, service, and peace. A cornerstone of Pope Francis's papacy was his unwavering advocacy for nonviolence. He believed that violence, in any form, was antithetical to the teachings of Jesus Christ. He consistently spoke out against war, terrorism, and all forms of aggression. He called for peaceful resolutions to conflicts. He urged individuals and nations to embrace dialogue and reconciliation. Francis's commitment to nonviolence stemmed from his deep understanding of the gospel. He recognized that Jesus taught love, not hate. He preached forgiveness, not revenge. He advocated for peace, not violence. Francis believed that true peace could only be achieved through nonviolent means. In his 2017 World Day of Peace message, Francis called for a culture of nonviolence. He urged people everywhere to reject violence in all its forms. He encouraged them to build bridges of understanding and respect. He reminded the world that violence only begets more violence. Francis's advocacy for nonviolence extended beyond words. He actively worked to promote peace. He mediated conflicts. He met with world leaders to advocate for peaceful solutions. He used his platform to amplify the voices of those affected by violence. His tireless efforts made him a global icon of peace. Pope Francis was known for his emphasis on inclusivity. He believed that the Church should be a home for all people, regardless of their background, beliefs, or lifestyle. He challenged traditional norms and sought to create a more welcoming and compassionate Church. One of the most symbolic examples of Francis's commitment to inclusivity was his modification of the Holy Thursday foot-washing ritual. Traditionally, this ritual involved the priest washing the feet of 12 men, representing the apostles. In 2016, Francis issued a decree allowing women to participate in this ritual. This decision was met with both praise and criticism. Some saw it as a long-overdue step towards greater inclusivity. Others viewed it as a departure from tradition. However, Francis was undeterred. He believed that the ritual should reflect the Church's commitment to serving all people. Francis himself participated in the foot-washing ritual with both men and women on several occasions. In 2013 and 2024, he washed the feet of female prisoners. These powerful gestures sent a clear message that the Church was a place of forgiveness, redemption, and inclusion. Central to Pope Francis's teachings were the themes of mercy and forgiveness. He believed that these were not just abstract concepts, but essential virtues that should guide our lives. He emphasized that God's mercy is infinite and available to everyone, regardless of their past mistakes. Francis constantly reminded the faithful that we are all sinners in need of God's forgiveness. He stressed that God's love is unconditional, and that we are called to extend that same love and forgiveness to others. He believed that holding on to anger, resentment, and bitterness only harms ourselves and prevents us from experiencing true peace. During his papacy, Francis instituted the Jubilee Year of Mercy, a special period dedicated to the themes of God's mercy and our call to be merciful to others. He encouraged Catholics to reflect on the importance of forgiveness and to seek reconciliation with those they had wronged. He also emphasized the importance of showing mercy to those in need, including the poor, the sick, and the imprisoned. Francis's emphasis on mercy and forgiveness resonated deeply with people around the world. His teachings offered a message of hope and healing. They reminded us that even in the darkest of times, God's love is always present, and we are capable of offering and receiving forgiveness. Pope Francis has always emphasized the importance of standing with those on the margins of society. He believes that true compassion means more than just offering help. It's about walking alongside the marginalized, understanding their struggles, and advocating for their rights. In his view, every person deserves dignity and respect regardless of their circumstances. By fostering a sense of solidarity, we can build a more inclusive and just world for everyone. It's a call to action, urging us to look beyond our own lives and see the humanity in others. Pope Francis has consistently emphasized the importance of caring for our common home. Through his encyclical Laudato Si, he calls for an inclusive dialogue about how we are shaping the future of our planet. His message is clear: we must act now to protect and preserve the environment for future generations. Pope Francis has left an indelible mark on both the Church and the world. His focus on mercy, humility, and social justice has resonated with millions. By addressing issues like poverty, inequality, and climate change, he has broadened the scope of the Church's mission. His leadership has inspired a renewed sense of purpose and compassion among the faithful. As we look to the future, the question of who will follow in Pope Francis's footsteps looms large. While it's impossible to predict, several cardinals have emerged as potential successors. Each brings their own unique perspective and vision for the Church. The next pope will undoubtedly face the challenge of continuing Francis's legacy while navigating a rapidly changing world. Pope Francis's legacy is one of hope and transformation. His efforts to bridge divides and foster a spirit of inclusivity have left a lasting impact. As we reflect on his papacy, we are reminded of the power of faith, compassion, and the enduring quest for a more just and loving world. His journey may be nearing its end, but his influence will be felt for generations to come.